Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to select any object in NX using NX Open. We are going to use this particular method which will be helping us to achieve what we want. Like we can select any object in NX using this particular function. So which is ufunc function u of uy select with single dialog. So basically we will have a dialog appears here like it's my previous part. So we will get a dialog like this, like not like this, but it's a kind of a dialog. It will appear, it's here. So there are so many parameters they have. So we will also have a basic kind of a dialog here. Okay, so using the dialog we are going to select any object in this NX window. So I'm going to use this ufunc function for this. Okay, let's start using it. So as usual we will have the session will have a next session. Okay, session dot get session, and we need a u of session because we are going to achieve using u of session object. Okay, I'm just selecting from the naming suggestion from Visual Studio. Okay, here u of session, we have u of session and the session. So now we need to have this function, okay, which is from ufunc ui class. So it's ui class. So let's go and check u of session. That is it. Okay, it's a non-static function, so we need to define this as a static. Okay, because if you access any variable inside a static method, it should be a static variable. So it's just like it won't accept any normal undefined variables. So just like if you are using any function also, if you are calling from the static function, it should be a static function. Like you can't make it without a static keyword. So that's basic C sharp. So you can go and search in internet what is actually static, because today we are going to see only the reason why we are going to use this dialog option, the single dialog option. Okay, so u of ui dot, I think the function name is select with single dialog. Okay, class dialog we will see in another class. Okay, we are going to concentrate on select with a single dialog here. So just get the parameters here. So we need a message. Okay, single dialog, you need to give a string. Okay, so the dialog, okay, test, which will appear in your I think it's a status, and this is the title we need to give for this dialog box. So we just say select any case, because we are going to experiment with the face selection. Means we are going to select only the face of any given solid object. And what we need here, u of ui is select init function. So I think we need to initialize it. U of ui dot select init fnt function. Okay, this is okay. We need a variable here, so we will create a new select. Okay, so we will pass this one here. Okay, there is an error. So what is the warning here? The delegate is equivalent to, okay, that is fine. Does not contain a constraint that takes zero arguments. So it expects some parameters, some arguments here. So go to definition and see, okay, it needs these two. Okay, and it's a delegate. Okay, you guys need to understand what is delegate in C sharp, and basically you need to go through this particular definition delegate why it is being defined, and you guys need to check it, okay, on yourself. I'm not going to explain why the delegate function and what is mean by it and why it is being used. So please, you just need to explore it. So let's go back. So it expects two arguments, right? So we need to have a argument with this function. So let's create a new function, same like okay, static, and integer. Why I'm using the integer keyword here is we are going to create a function like this. So this is an integer function, okay. So the return type is integer, which means from this function there will be a integer returned to the calling function, the function where we are going to call this. So this function will have a name, give any name, okay. Selection params, okay, which will accept both int pointers. You can give anything, any name. So to be to get better understanding, I can give the same name it's actually used to hit there. User data maybe, I think. Okay, so it's an warning like which is not all code. Okay, we defined as an integer, we are not returning anything, right? For time being I'm just keeping integer return 0. So this error will go away, and we are going to pass this function to initialize this delegate method. See, now the error is gone, all are fine. But here we need to understand what is select and what is user data. Oh, okay, whatever it is, it's just going to be okay. We can refer this. So basically, it is your this function in C sharp. That's a naming convention they are using. So just go inside. So as you can see, there are two datas. So selection pointer select, okay, and void user data, where we have both here. Okay, so now we need to get to know what is actually we need to use. Okay, suppose if you are stuck anywhere like this, just go back. Sometimes they used to give some example here, so and they will explain a little bit more what are the things we need to use, because we are going to select an object. So we need the UF select mask can be called a specific object type filtering. So like we are going to filter only the face, right? So something like that. So we can refer this example as well. I think I already opened here. Okay, so you can find the same function they are calling using ufunc C language. So we need to see which parameter they used. We have done with first one, second one, third one we need the inputs. So 1 2 3 4. Okay, I think the scope only. Did I miss the scope? Yeah, I missed the scope. Okay, it's an integer. Okay, sorry. I think I need to. You can give any name. It's your choice. What is that? What is meant by scope? Scope. They need to give this one. Okay. Okay. We can take anything from here. Like we are going to use only the part, so I'm going to use it in the US select for part, because we are going to use the simple block solid. Okay. Okay. Now you can use your constants in the next open, and you can paste the same name. So basically, it is just an integer value. You can check it. You like going to the definition, you can check it's one. So it's just they used an enumeration here. Okay, so you have to give it here. So so now it's fine. So let's go back to the example. Okay, now they have this one. So you can see this is a function name they called here directly. So that's That's more like we have this function we are calling for understanding purpose I kept it like this. So I think we can directly call this one here, I think so. But anyway, we keep it like this for better understanding. So here what they did, I will just copy. I will just copy. I'm going to paste it. I pasted it. Okay, because it's just a C language things, right? We are not using it. So you just comment, but you are going to follow the same method to execute. Okay, same guidance here. So number of triples in the sense how many types you want to experiment with. Like suppose there are so many types here, one, two, three. There are up to I think 8 or 9 types. So you can give any number of types. Now I'm going to use only one. So I'm just going to define only one. Okay. So and they defined some this mask triples. Okay, in array because if you mention two, you have to give two actually. So he see they mentioned they tried with enable only lines and edges. So now we will try only with this one. So see they use the solid type line type. Now we will use only the face type. Okay, fine. So ui okay, the same way we are going to use it masks. It's an array, right? So the variable name is mask means I'm just taking from the suggestion and you appear mask and we need to declare the size also. Like we are going to hold uh, only one type, so only one variable. So that's why I'm using only one. So if you are going to select multiple objects, you can define the numbers here. Like I'm going to use only a face object, so only one. And the user data. So we need to get the mask. We need to access it. So zero, zero means the type means we are going to access the first object. Object type is gonna be u of constants dot face type, right? So I think face type. Okay, u of face type. And the subtypes we don't have any subtype. I think we can ignore it. For better understanding, I'm just giving some random value like zero mass dot solid type. I'm just going to keep it zero. So if you don't understand why I'm keeping zero zero here, you can actually go and check it. What is the value for the face type and what is for the zero type? So you can still check it. Okay, you can give anything like I can directly give 17 also here. So it's your choice. So now we need to call make it in a function. So which will be like you can see here. See they are calling a function set selection marks here. Okay, we need to have a same kind of function. So we need to have using the okay why I'm not able to access the u of session. Okay, u of session name. Okay, I'm not going to access it. U of session dot ui dot set selection mask. So action, I think action I can use the direct select the first parameter from our argument. Number of items I'm going to use only one, or you can say I think oh here we need to use the same way how they used here. Okay, this is what we need to use. Okay, for that we need we can access in the next open of UI dot and paste the same thing. Okay, it's not working. So next open, I think selection mask action. Okay, selection mask L and disable specific, enable specific. We are going to use the second one. So which means if there is any existing filters, like if everything is enabled and we and we are telling that we are instructing the NX to keep only whatever I specified, you keep that object type, other don't keep everything. So basically it means we will not be able to see all these 8 types, I think so, 8 4, yeah, 9 types. So we will only able to see the face type here. So that's how we are going to set it up. So I want to clear everything from the list and keep only the face type. That's the input here. And the number of items to mask. Okay, number of items. Obviously, we will not be having this one, right? I think another parameter. No. Okay, we are going to use the mask. That's it. Number of items. Something I missed. Okay. Set selection masks. I think I done a mistake here. Okay, I supposed to use this function actually. So that's why I'm keep getting the error. So this one will take the same parameters and we will need to add one more parameter. So number triples, I think so. So it's asking what is the number triples, and here it's asking the mask. So we can give mask. I think that's all, and we can return u of us selection. Okay, okay. Again, we need to call u of constants here, and there will be a function to return it. Okay, that's all. Suppose if something has happened, we need to return the failure. So at the moment I'm not going to use it, so you guys can keep using it, because we will see detail how we can catch any error in future, like. Okay, as of now I'm going to return the success one. And if you want it's an integer, again this is also an integer, you can go and check the definition. It's actually getting the integer here. So we done with one this function. So we called this, and this will have all this information. So we are going to select a face type objects only. Okay. So let's see what is the next parameter. User data. I think user data is, again we need to pass the things like, I think it's just int pointer, so we can just pass something like initializing purpose. So we definitely no need to worry about this one, because it just so we're just initializing it, because I think it's an output parameter or maybe input, but okay, this is fine. Again, another output, they're going to give response in integer format. Okay, integer output. So, so this one, and the tag object. Okay, so we need to have a tag object here. So I'm going to define it here itself, because it's a out parameter, so there is no need to initialize it. Even this one we can use this. This one we can use the same way. I think it's wrongly typed. Another tag object we have already passed. Then what else they are asking? Okay, now the position. Okay, response. Oh, it's not. It's erased. Okay, now we need to get the cursor position. So that's again a position of array xyz. So we need to define some variable in array format. So the position. Okay, let's use the mouse position variable. New double. X will take three values xyz. So that's why I'm declaring the size with three option. So the position. Okay. Now tag view tag, it will give some view tag, I think so. So out tag, we just define view tag. I think it's going beyond the recording screen. Okay, I think we are done. Now we can actually select a face actually. So let's compare build this one. Okay, I forgot to mention this one. So I added this function. This is from the NX Open. We can use this function to unload the application once it is executed. So this is helpful when you have any error or when you want to add more functions to the same application and you want to run it back. So without otherwise it will keep blocking you uh, the application is already loaded and we can't make changes to the existing application. So in those times we need to like close the next session and again reopen, which will take more time actually to do the other stuff. So that's it. Okay, we are already compiled. I already opened the path, so let's run this. Okay, I have a copy of this location. Okay, I'm going to use sometimes we can use a shortcut also to execute. So execute and next open control U, you can see. So it's one something. Yeah, I already used this project, so that's why keeping it in a memory. Okay, see select any face. It's showing single dialog test. Whatever it is written, it's showing. So now we can able to select face, and if you see here, this is been set to only face because we specified only one object and work part. So whatever we specified, it is working. So we set only the face type, and here our scope is only work part. So I'm going to select any face, and the tool will simply select and highlight it. That's all. So now the tool is the application already executed, that's why it is closed. So if you want to rerun, you can again using control U, you can go to the same application and you can select any page, it's fine, you can select. Okay, so using this option um, is very much useful, and even in interviews they will ask you, so how can you make interactive like like this is showing kind of what is the use of an X open in the interactive mode. So you can select literally anything in your NX open window. So and we will execute any tasks after selecting this. Like we can read the data from the face, we can calculate the midpoint, and we can get the midpoint data, face data, and we can use this face to refer some other object available in this window, or within this part. We can have many things. We can even set the attributes to the particular face. So and we can we can do a lot of manipulations with the selection task. So it just like a dynamic selection, right? So you can do you can get a lot of data in it actually. You can actually create the data, and you can actually get the data from the existing elements in this part. So that's all, guys. I think we will catch up in another video where I will be using this selection with another function. I will show you what is the use of these selections, and how we can do some other actions based on these selections. Okay. Okay, see you then. Bye. Thank you all.